Alright, so today we're going to start going over some of the things that you've already completed just to make sure that everybody is on the same page and has a similar understanding. First of all, we look at this. It's called a solar system concept map, but actually it's more about a universe, so that's what we had actually changed the name to in the grade book if you look at it. So we're going to say the universe consists of star groups. What do they mean by star groups? Well, a group of stars bound together by gravity is called a galaxy. So we know that they're talking about star groups called galaxies. And when we think of galaxies, we know there are three types. And we see that this one's going to continue to talk about our sun, our planets, and the minor objects in our solar system. So obviously, our type of galaxy would be a spiral. And the other types would be elliptical or irregular. Okay? So our spiral galaxy, such as, what is it referred to? Well, it's referred to as the Milky Way galaxy. And it includes our solar system. You could write star system, but this one's very specific. So we're going to put our solar system. Okay, which consists of the sun, the planets. They further divided the planets into two types. We're going to say we have inner planets that are terrestrial, and we have outer Jovian-like or Jupiter-like planets. Minor objects would include any of the debris that was left over from the formation of our solar system, such as asteroids, comets, and what do we have that is revolving around our Earth? Well, we have a natural satellite called the moon. So a natural satellites, or moons, right? Okay. So if you got points off on the universe concept map, I hope this helps clarify that. Now let's look at these types of galaxies. You did this the other day. Really and truly, it's really hard to say which ones are elliptical or irregular, but if you look at this is pretty egg-shaped, and this one seems pretty egg-shaped, whereas this one is just all over the place. So we might refer to this as an elliptical. You might have called it an irregular, which is absolutely fine. Like I said, it's very hard to distinguish unless they're perfectly roundish or oval in shape. I would have referred to this one as an irregular, and this one again as an elliptical. Now the bottom two are definitely what? If you said spiral, you are absolutely right. This one is really called a barred spiral, but it's a spiral nonetheless. It has the two arms spiraling outwards, and this one you can see that it has many arms that spiral outwards. So these should have both been referred to as spiral galaxies. And actually, if you look at your paper, these are the only two that were graded. We kind of left this up to you and what you thought, and we gave you credit for those first three no matter what. Alright, so let's look at the one you've just recently done, the Electromagnetic Waves concept map. So we did have a word bank which helped, but we're going to start off with what? Obviously this is about the electromagnetic waves, so that's what it starts with. And these electromagnetic waves are energy from stars, right? There's a whole bunch of energy, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but they transfer what? What did we just say? Big word is energy. And they can transfer energy through space, and remember, if you paid attention, we said that space is empty, so we're going to make a little asterisk. It's empty. Some people refer to it as the vacuum of space, so you need to know that. 2. All right. So, but these waves can also travel through some matter. For example, when this type of energy leaves our sun and it comes towards Earth, it travels all the way from the sun to the Earth's atmosphere in a vacuum. But then it does enter our atmosphere, which is matter, right? It's made up of elements. So here we're going to have to add that it can travel through some matter. Now, if you were really paying attention when you went through the PowerPoint, you know that these waves can be organized into, number one, either the energy level, high or low, or you could do it by wavelength, meaning that they're either short waves or long waves. So we're going to start with the longest wavelength and the least amount of energy, which is our radio waves. You could call it waves or rays. Either way, they're interchangeable, those two words. And so from radio, we go to the next one with a little bit more energy. That is the microwave. And then the next one with a little bit more energy than microwave would be the infrared. And by the way, this is heat you feel when you walk outside. That is the heat that emits that form of energy. Next would be visible light. So this is the light you see when you walk outdoors and the sun is shining. The light you see is referred to as visible light. The next form of energy that has more energy than the rest of these would be ultraviolet, also called UV rays. And a little bit higher than that would be, what do you think? X-rays. Good job. And last but not least, the highest form of energy is gamma rays. So if you thought the sun only emitted heat and light energy, well, think again. Now you know there are various forms of energy in the electromagnetic spectrum, and all of these are energy that comes from stars.